Hey everybody, this is Sully with 5 Freaking Onion Rings, and it has finally come. My Tyro79 made in China made it. And opening up the box, I'm going to do this kind of quickly because there are a ton of build videos on it, and I thought this would actually be harder to build, but yeah, it's kind of shocking. It does come already assembled with the wires are not in it. I did that for a purpose, but it comes in the stack like this already. These are rubber with metal screws. They look very good. They actually keep, it's a soft mounting, so you can kind of move this flight controller a tiny bit. I plugged all of these in because it comes with all the connectors that are not, they're just in one of the little packages. They're in a little baggie, and you might not know what it is, so I thought I would make this one easy. Your VTX is a stackable one, and it comes with 4 that has the green wire that goes on the side that is opposite of the USB. So opposite USB. It just plugs in. Up top, camera is the one with the red on the right side that goes to the outside of the actual camera. So red goes right beside the main ESC to flight controller. It goes to the side. It also goes to the far right, so to the inside on this. It's actually a 4-pin housing with a 3-pin connector. It's actually 4 pins you can see in there. There we go, 4 pins. You take it to the inside, so you want it on the inside as close as you can to the ESC side. And it just plugs right in. So you leave that left hand pin free. And you just push it in. And that goes to what I think is a pretty cool camera. 19 millimeter, very lightweight, 2.1 lens. I was expecting, whenever I saw the piece come out, I was expecting one of these all-in-one cameras that are very good. They're just very wide. And ended up with a very nice camera. So it has an actual lens. It is a glass lens. It looks great. It looks fantastic, actually. And so that just goes straight in. Your flight controller goes, or your ESC goes to flight controller right beside your camera. Your USB is on the side. This, I believe, is a boot button. And your receiver is the black, red, yellow here. Just plugs right in, and you'll just have to clip this off and solder to your pieces, to your receiver. For me, it's a little flysky. It does come with an XT30 cable. I'll be replacing this with an XT60 because all my batteries are either JST or XT60, and I don't really have many XT30s. It does have 1 spare cable, so this confused the heck out of me because I had no idea what it was for. But all in all, camera goes to the inside pins beside the ESC to flight controller. VTX is on the side, and receivers on the back. No soldering except for the motors and to put the battery cable on. So it's very good for that. Let's talk about the motors. So these are the Eachine bottom motors. They are very coggy. So they are really coggy. They're not as coggy as my Tachyons, but they are definitely coggy. Now, I was almost disappointed because the shaft looks smaller than I remembered, but it's a standard size shaft, so it'll fit your normal props. 19.2 grams is what it weighs in at. And like I say, it's very coggy. Looks to be a good motor, 2800 kV. It's 1607, which surprisingly has the same amount of area as a 1408. There's my receiver. But it has the same amount of magnet area as a 1408, which I have here. So this is a 1408 Tachyon that looks to be remarkably bigger, but it's not. It's just 1 millimeter taller and 2 millimeters narrower. This one weighs in at 16.9 grams. So whenever I'm all said and done, I'm probably going to swap these motors to the 4-inch frame that I have on the way. And I'm going to end up using these motors, which are obscenely coggy. And when you feel the difference between these and these, holy cow, but these are surprisingly good. They are surprisingly good. They're very coggy, very strong, they're very well built. It's got C-clips at the bottom. Yeah, C-clip at the bottom. It has very tight gaps. Not quite as good as the Tachyons, which you can't even see their gap. Yeah, there you go. You can barely see the air gap. These are the tightest motors I've ever seen. But these are very good compared to Racer Stars, which look huge by comparison. For some reason, I was expecting the 1607 to look large, but compared to Racer Stars, they look kind of small. So it's kind of funny to me that Racer Stars would be like that. So all in all, the motors look good. For what you're paying, I mean, $79 to get everything it comes with, you couldn't piece this together for that. Like, not at all. Any of the stacks with a 20 amp D-Shot 600 and an ESC and a VTX is already in the $40 to $50 range. One that just stacks all together, easily $45, $50 with a 20 amp F4 flight controller. Motors are easily $10, $8 if you're very, very, very lucky. 9 or 10 would be more realistic. So you're already at 70 just off of the motors and the flight controller stack that you get. Frame itself looks good. It's 3mm carbon on the bottom with cool little aluminum pieces. T67, but they look good. It looks good with all the pieces. Comes in a nice little box. The props are crap, so whatever you do, buy extra props that aren't these. And comes with tons of hardware. So if you ever feel like you need more screws or something, it comes with quite a few screws, way more than you would need. And that's going to wrap it up for this. I don't have time tonight to actually put it together, but I wanted to get it out there exactly where everything plugs in because I was confused for a bit. So just want to go over it one more time. Flight controller to ESC is here. Camera is to the right 3 pins. So camera red goes to the very right. Red ground video. Right 3, that pin is left empty. This is for your VTX. So it just plugs straight in. And the back one is for your receiver. And you will have one cable left over. Sorry for the quality on this. My normal camera setup is not doing so great. But I wanted to go over this part because this was the only confusing piece for me. Because some of these pins can be plugged in different areas, or you might not know where something goes. So I just wanted to go with that. And once again, thank you so much. I'll have the build video coming up and we can go over it. If you like this, give me a like and a comment down below. And yeah, we'll take it from there. Hopefully we'll see how this flies and have it up in the air this weekend. So thank you so much. Like and comment, leave it down below and let me know. Thanks.